Hello and welcome back for the second episode for the making of the bowsprit for the sailing gaffer Storm, the bawley yacht. I've cut in the wood for the fittings. It's a snug fit that will go on there, and there's a fitting to go at the front bit of the boat, which I said takes the bob stay and the whisker stays. And what I'm doing now is cutting a hole for a toughnell sheave to go into where the traveller rope will go into, and that's what I'm doing now. So I'll take you along for the finishing of this bowsprit. There'll be a lot of sanding, and hope you enjoyed this one. So as I'm making the slot for the sheave, what I've done is measured out for the size of it, giving myself a mark, and I will drill a series of holes that go through and through, and then chisel that out to make the square for that to go in. It probably needs a bit wider than the hole I've got there, as you can see. So I've got a series of holes now, as you can see, and that means I can start chiseling to make the square space for the sheave to go in. Getting closer to where I want to be. I've got the big bits out, and now I'm giving myself some lines to chisel to, and then get that straight through, and got the other side near enough fitted so that goes in. I just need to make sure it meets up with this one, and probably wants to be slightly wider than the sheave is, and then we should be good to go. As you can see, I've got the slot for the sheave cut. It needs a bit of refining and cleaning up, but the sheave fits through nicely, actually falls through, so that's good. It needs a bit of sanding, and then that's another jobbed. We will go for a slightly pin in here because that's a 6mm. We'll go for an 8mm, and then that's fitting is done, and we're ready to do some sanding on this, which I will show you in a minute. All cleaned up, looking nice, just the way I wanted to. That fits even nicer now. You can see a bit of play on there, which is what you want, because it's going to be varnished and everything. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Ready for some sanding. So for sanding up the spar, which is a horrendous job to do unless you work smarter, not harder, which is what we're trying to do, we made our own sander to do the round bits, which is basically a long belt inside out. Then we happened to have some trolley wheels, which were the right diameter, to put some anti-slip tape on and some sides, and then it's been driven by battery drill. We've got a bit of plastic on the other side to hold, and then we've got our sander, which works amazingly well, which you will see in the next clip. There it is. done the sanding and it's looking really good now. I will give it a quick hand sand because I used quite coarse paper, and then we'll have to take it over to the work tent, give it a coat of whatever he wants to use, to be honest, and then we can have a fit on the boat, because he wants the angle on the bowsprit slightly different than what it was. So I'll show you that as well. It's a lovely day on the boatyard and at the marina, and storm has come out of the water, and what we're doing at the moment is we used another bit of straight Douglas fir to set up the angle for the bowsprit, because the bowsprit was angling up quite a bit and Ian doesn't really like that, and as she is a bawley yacht, he reckons that should be pointing down slightly. So we've been taking some measurements. The boat's not sitting completely level on the waterline, and it turns out, try not to fall off the ladder here, Petra, that you can see where the old bolt for the old bowsprit went, and we've just gone on top of that. But yeah, we'll see. We do some measurements and some calculations and see where we end up with it. So we've had a trial run putting the new bowsprit on, and it looks amazing, which means that after painting, Storm can go back in the water, and that's another job, and hopefully we get to sail her later in the year. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have, please like and subscribe, leave me a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.